There's a term in golf called a mulligan. What that means is oftentimes you can play a shot over. It's a do-over. If the group isn't real serious, they might give a mulligan on the first hole for your first tee shot. If you're not good and warmed up, if you hit a bad shot, you get a mulligan. Or sometimes if the group is not real serious at all, they'll give you one mulligan anywhere on the golf course. But it's a do-over. It's you did something wrong, you did something bad, you hit a bad shot, and you get to do over. Well, many of us are thinking that we'd like to have a do-over for this entire year. We'd just like to start this year over and have a do-over. Have a do-over minus the appearance of a coronavirus, and that how much that has changed how we do things and what we're able to do, and a lot of things we're not able to do right now. And we'd like a mulligan on the year. Well, let me tell you who doesn't need a mulligan, and that's our Heavenly Father. Our Heavenly Father does not need a mulligan to do over anything. Genesis 1:1 says this: in the beginning, God created. Let me repeat that. In the beginning, God created. And it's an interesting thing that God is the only one who can create. Now, when we as human beings discover something new, most often, 99.999% of the time, we can prove that we've just used things in existence, combined them in a different way to create something new. And then there's that fraction of time when we might think, we don't know that something new, brand new has created. But in all reality, the truth is that only God can take nothing and create something. He doesn't need a do-over. He can take nothing and create something. Would it be possible to believe into the idea that God can create something brand new with the situation we find ourselves in now that will be better than having a do-over and going back where we were? If God has the power to create something from nothing, He has the power and the authority to take us right where we are and create something brand new that might be better than what we've ever experienced before. In the New Testament, we are told about this idea of putting new wine in old wineskins and how that doesn't work. And maybe what we want to do in our mind is to take something new, something we might discover, something that we might put together in some way to try to get back to an old wineskin. And what God is teaching us is, I'm going to create something new that is better than, that we will like more, that we can function in better as Christian people, as followers of Christ. Would it be too hard to understand that God is still able to create? That maybe He's been creating things all along and we just didn't recognize it. And right now, He's in the process of creating something new that we can live into, that we've never experienced before, but yet is better than everything we have experienced. We can get really depressed. We can be hard on ourselves if we think, I just want it to be like it was. And look, there's a lot of things I want to be just like it was. I could stand here for 5 more minutes and name without hesitating things that I want like it was. But I think as God creates a new into the future, that we'll see some things like they were, but they'll be better, they'll be new, there'll be a new understanding of a lot of things we do. Look, when God created the heavens and the earth, it was brand new. Nobody knew or understood anything about it, but it was perfect. He called it good, and that word good means it was perfect. And we started all of this creative order in perfectness. And I believe He can take us there again. And I want to invite you to live into an idea that God is creating something new that is better. And don't be depressed because we don't see any hope or any understanding of things the way they used to be. I'm living into the power and authority of God that can do something brand new that is even going to be better for Alan Beasley and everybody else as well. So I invite you into a creation understanding that in the beginning, and this might be the beginning, this time, this season we're living in, might just be the beginning. And I invite you to live into an understanding that in the beginning, God created.